Hello, I welcome you all to this channel, and here in this video we'll be talking about flowcharts and pseudo codes. Okay, so now these are very easy things, okay, and they get you pretty good marks in mathematics paper 2, even paper 1. Paper 1, I think this question under flowcharts and pseudo codes, it will carry about 2 marks. In paper 2, a question under flowcharts and pseudocodes will carry about 5 marks. Okay, so now here we have an example of what we call a pseudocode. As you can see here, it says begin, and all these words that I'm going to explain, I want you to understand. And then we have some shapes here that I also am going to explain them so that we get the concept behind this topic. Okay, so the words that are used, for example, you have begin. Okay, so the alternative for begin, sometimes they'll use start. Okay, so begin and start actually mean the same thing. Okay, now begin, it will always go with ending, but if they used start, they would use stop here. Okay, and display, just the word itself, display, sometimes they can say print. Okay, so you need to familiarize yourself with these terms. They mean the same thing, eh? So end and stop mean the same thing. Begin and start actually mean the same thing. So if you're using start, you should use stop. If you're using begin, you should use end. Then you have display, sometimes they can use print. Okay, end, I've already expressed the same thing, eh? Okay, it can also be stop here. Enter, usually what comes after begin or start is enter. Now the other term they can use apart from enter, they will tell you to input. Okay, and again on display they can use the word output. Okay, output. Okay, then I think you have then and else, which I'm going to explain. Okay, so then I would just say then actually goes with yes. See that? Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me not explain it. I'm going to explain a number of things. All right, so we have a bit of terminologies. Okay, so now let's go to the shapes now. We have the first shape here. This shape, the only thing that can go into this shape, it's either start, okay, if start can go in, meaning also begin. Begin can also go in the elongated circle. Elongated circle, it's elongated like that, eh? Okay, like an egg. Then also meaning stop. Okay, stop can go in here, and also end. So you use these elongated circles. Okay, use them when starting or stopping or beginning or ending, eh? So begin can just go in there. Now this one is a rectangle, and the rectangle, it can, you only use it when you want to enter something. You use this when you're entering something, so you say enter or input. Okay, entering or input. Okay, entering or input. Then output as well. And also for displaying. Okay, what else you have now? Sorry, this is not a rectangle. I said this is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. Now this one is a rectangle, and a rectangle here, some of the words you put in this, that words that can be used most of the times when you're giving an instruction. For example, this instruction here, error n must be positive, will go in there. So we are just going to say this one is used whenever you command an instruction. Whenever you command an instruction, okay, each time you command an instruction, and then it is also used for writing formulas. Sorry, my pointer is slippery today. Okay, formulas. Okay, then we have now this diamond shape, the decision making part. Here you use it when you are describing or when you want to make a decision. Making a decision, for example, when you see the word if. Okay, when you see the word if, now if when it goes inside there it becomes is, then you ask, hey, so if n is less than this, so you see if there, so this you're going to say is n less than, I didn't write this nicely. It's supposed to be something like this. Supposed to add the 0 here. Okay, I don't know, I forgot to add the 0 there. Okay, better now. Question is complete. Okay, so if n is less than 0, then okay, yeah, right. So here, if you were writing this, you're going to say is n, sorry, let me do this. You're going to say is n less than 0, and here it is a question, you all must put a question mark. Then you're going to go with yes. I'm now coming to the yes. You can go this direction, say yes. Then this one can tell you no. So then, okay, like I said, then it's yes, and then else is no. Okay, so then do solve an example so that we can understand this nicely. Okay, so let's do this question now nicely. We would use the same question as an example. Okay, so we're going to use the same question as an example just to illustrate something. Okay, okay, wonderful. So let's answer this question now. You see how you do it. So the program below is given in form of pseudocode, and now the question will be like, can you draw the flowchart for this program? So what you're going, so the first thing here you notice is begin. I said begin. What shape do you use for beginning? It's the shape. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then what do? You're going to write inside here begin. Okay, before I write that, let me do this. Let me move this thing here. All right, so I have enough space. So the first thing, you're just going to write begin. Now remember, this is, I've gotten this question from the 2024 question paper. You're just going to write begin. Then you have enter. Here, enter, what do you use? A parallelogram. Parallelogram. A parallelogram is this type of a shape here. Then so you're going to put it here. Okay, yeah, that is the parallelograms. Just make it like this. Okay, so we're just going to say enter n. So you write it just the way it is, nicely. Enter n. Okay, so then you need to show your arrows. Okay, you need to show arrows. Here's what I'm going to do here. You need to show arrows. I'm going to use this. Okay, then I'm just going to put an arrow there like that. Okay, to show that we are coming down. Okay, so you've entered n, then you have if. So immediately you see if, already that tells you you're about to make a decision. You use this. Okay, yeah, this one here. So you can as well also show your arrow like that to show that you are doing this. Let me do this. Okay, yeah, so you're going to do this. Right, now here you are going to say if n is less. So if, when you're writing here, it be you are making a decision, you're going to say is n less than 0, you put a question mark. So now this gives you two choices. Okay, this will give you two choices. There are many choices here, 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 whichever you want to pick. Okay, it gives you two choices. So you are going to do this. One choice will take you this side. Okay, and the other choice will take you this side. Okay, so now this choice, we are saying then must go with yes, then else we'll go with the no. So yes, so yes, display error message. So you're going to go so display error message is an instruction. Display error message, you are basically just using the you're going to use the this one here. Okay, going to use a rectangle such. Okay, then here you just write these exact words. Okay, if I can write them here, you write error. Okay, you write error. Okay, n must be positive, right? So you just write it. I don't have enough space here. You write the way it is. N must be positive. Okay, we're going to finish that. N must be positive. Then else, now 0, you're saying no, then you do this. So the same shape will come here. Okay, and this shape. All right, now in here you're going to write the formula. Okay, so you have sum. You're going to write the formula here. Sum is equal to n over 2 star. Now the star simply means you're multiplying 2 star a plus n minus 1 then star d. Okay, just write the formula the way it's given there. Now you are told that end if you display sum. Okay, and if you display sum. So this display here now is where I said you need to use a parallelogram again. Okay, use a parallelogram. Okay, so you're going to do a parallelogram. Okay, just like that. Then you need to show this. You're just going to write this, display sum, display sum, just like that. And then you come down and you know the shape that you need. Sorry, let me do this. I'm going to bring it down like this. Then now what you need now is a circle. Now you'll be doing this with your free hand, so it won't be as cumbersome as the way I'm trying to do. Okay, then you just write now, and now there is this part here which I skipped. So now this one, what do you do with this? So when we talked about the, here we said display n must be positive, right? Okay, and then else that, and if display sum. Okay, so now sometimes you find that certain questions, the way they can come, they would want you to simply end your, immediately you find that n, it's immediately you have an error here. Some questions they would want you to end your program just there and then, and the way you can do this, we usually just do this. Okay, after the error message there, you can just do this. You're going to draw an arrow like that. Okay, and then this arrow is going to come like that. Okay, so this now will mean that immediately you get an error here up to here, you should end your program, right? Okay, else you do this. So that's how you can so sometimes you find that, so what I have here is a flowchart, but what I had here is a pseudocode, and you find that the same thing goes on and on. Let's have another example. Here we're going to have a flowchart, and then we come up with a pseudocode. Okay, so look at this question now. Here they presented a flowchart. So the flowchart below shows the steps that are carried out in calculating and displaying the area of the sector given its radius and the angle of the sector. So they are saying write a pseudocode corresponding to this flowchart. So you should just come up with a pseudocode here. So you are just going to be taking the words here. So the first one is start, and this one is very easy compared to what we are from doing. Enter. Okay, you're just going to write them as they are. Enter. What's wrong with my pointer? Enter R and the theta. That's the theta here. Then here now you have a decision, so is, when it's inside it's is, but on the pseudocode you're going to write it as if R is less than 0. And remember, yes, we said it is what, then, okay, and we're going to write capital, everything in capital. Okay, for then you write everything in capital. Then I just don't have space here, but it's supposed to go in the same line. You're going to say print error R is not valid. So now R is not valid. So if you print the error message which is here, that's why they are going straight to stop. And then for no, you are now going to write else, everything in capital letters. Okay, else what? The formula A is equal to, sorry, A, I'm going to write A is equal to theta over 360. Sorry, since you're using a computer here, the division, since you're giving a command, the computer understands division to be this 360. Okay, and then star I, and then star R squared. Okay, so the symbol for, so R squared, this is the symbol for R squared. Okay, like this. That's how the formula is supposed to be. Just write it the way it is, you write it there. Then you're going to say and if print A, and then stop, and you're done. Okay, you're done. That's what you're, and you get 5 marks for this. So you can be given this, then you do this like we are from doing in this previous question. We had this, and then we had to draw and make a flow chart like this, and here now you have a flow chart. Then you come, so that's how these questions come. Otherwise there's nothing more to confuse you here. That is how you can do these things. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video. We end this video now.